What's happening, guys? It's me, Drew, aka the Green Arrow, and this is Supergirl Season 2. So, let's get into it, guys. What's happening, guys? It's me, Drew, aka the Green Arrow, and this is gonna be my review on Supergirl. Yes, Supergirl Season 2, Episode 1. And, guys, I'm telling you now, yeah, it smashed it. I reckon season 2, episode 1, smashed season 1 out the park, completely. So let's get into what happened during this episode. Okay, so at the beginning of the episode, we got to see it continued basically from the last episode. It was about the spacecraft. It was basically going up into space, and it was a new thing, and everyone around National City was really excited that it was going to be happening and everything else. But something went really wrong with this aircraft. As it went to leave, it got into basically space, and then something happened to it, and it come plummeting straight back down to Earth. So there was a little announcement made over the airwaves kind of thing. It was a news reporter, and they were saying that basically that we need help. So we get to see our first glimpse of Clark Kent. He was buying a newspaper from a stand. So that was a classic. That there is a classic. Yeah, Superman thing right there, where Superman's always going to these little vendors and buying newspapers, and you know, he was on the phone to somebody. We really figured out pretty quickly who he was talking to. He was talking to Perry White, and there was a couple of old school Superman quotes dropped in there, which was pretty cool. Looking at him, it looks like he's molded off the Christopher Reeve's Superman, which is pretty cool as well. He had that kind of quirky, kind of geeky look to him, which was really nice. But like I was saying, over the news reporter and thing that was up on the old Titantron, they basically said, I hope he hears this, I hope she hears this, but we basically need their help. And yes, they both heard it. You get to see Kara jump out of her window and fly off to save it. And you get to see Clark running through an alleyway. Tie gets thrown, shirt gets thrown open, and he flies off. And he flies up and away. And he meets Kara. So when him and Kara meet together, they both take down this aircraft. There's a little joke there that I ain't seen you for a while. I ain't seen you for a while. You know, let's do this. I need you out. Boom. He goes and he blows out the fire. She then brings it down and settles it all the way down back onto terra firma, which is all great. We get to find out that there was a bomb planted in the aircraft, hence is why it was basically brought down. And the person who was supposed to be sitting in that seat was Lex Luthor's sister. So with that, you're thinking to yourself, oh my word, Lex is on the scene. And yes, you'll be right, Lex is on the scene, but Lex is in prison, guys. So whatever he's doing, he's pulling all his resources and he's basically getting them to do his bidding from behind bars, which is cool because you're Lex Luthor. So we get to find out as well that Martian Manhunter and Superman ain't really seeing eye to eye, because when they first found kryptonite, they were basically Superman basically got weak by it. They went out on a mission and they found kryptonite, and basically Superman got really weak by kryptonite, because as everyone knows, kryptonite is basically Superman's weakness along with Supergirl's as well. And he basically didn't like that the Martian Manhunter decided to keep the kryptonite. Martian Manhunter claims he coined the name kryptonite, and that's what he called it. So you found out there was a bit of real tension between these two, and basically Superman said to him that I can't come play with you while you've got something which could technically kill me and Kara in your house. So whilst that's there, me and you can't be playing ball together, because I really don't want to die. So we also got to see the guy who was basically trying to take out Lex's sister, and he took several attempts at it. The first attempt he took at it, he had drones flying through the city, and he had a couple of drones targeting this helicopter that she was actually in. She was going to take off in this helicopter, and Superman and Supergirl turn up and basically stop these drones from taking down the aircraft. Now, with that, the guys then turned around and said, what do you heroes want to do? Do you want to save one person, or do you want to save the whole city? Because guess what? I've sent out drones in the whole city to take them out. So you guys pick who you want to save. So Superman looks at Supergirl, and Supergirl says to him, yeah, I got this. He then flies off and takes down the drones. Whilst doing so, he protects a family, and a bit like a Batman arc where Batman's standing there and letting all of the bullets hit him, because obviously he's got his armor suit on. And yeah, Superman turns around, saves them. The family then turn around and say, I think we're moving back to Gotham. So we know that a Gotham does exist in the DC world over on the CW, and you know, Gotham at the moment is on Fox, so it's not on the CW, but we know that Gotham's around. So that was really, really nice as well. We got to a little drop there. We get loads of name drops, Bloodhaven, you know, like we really do. It's pretty cool. But after that, we get to find out that this guy, he's persistent. He wants to kill Lex's sister, like, and Clark and Kara basically go undercover, and they basically say to Lex's sister, as Clark and Kara, two news reporters, that maybe you shouldn't be making this speech that you actually want to make, because you're kind of a sitting target, and whilst you're a sitting target, you know, someone's going to be looking out to kill you. So yeah, once again, does she listen? No, she's a loofah. She thinks she knows better. So that's great. She goes and does this thing, and she opens it up, and once again, who do we see? The same guy who's been trying to kill her through the whole episode. So he turns up, and you know, they have Alex, the best fight scene throughout the whole episode was between the guy who was trying to kill Lex's sister and Alex Danvers. You know, when they were there, they had this fight scene. It went on for about 5 minutes, and it was pretty awesome. You know, Supergirl comes down, flies down, and Lex says, you know what, I've got this. And yeah, she had it. It ends up that Lex's sister picks up the gun from one of them. One of them dropped the gun. I think it was the hitman dropped the gun. And she ends up in shooting him. And with that, he ends up in going to hospital. Now, taking him to hospital, he was shot, right? It was a through and through bullet, okay? And the hospital basically couldn't save him. So he gets transported to the big bads of the season, yeah, which is Canvas Labs. Now, if anyone's seen Young Justice or any of these Batman animation or any of the Superman animation, you know that Canvas Labs is a big player in this. And this is where I think you're going to find out a little bit more about Lex's sister, maybe, or Lex. Because Lex definitely has something to do with Canvas Labs. So it's just like, what's going to go on there? But we know that Canvas Labs took this guy, and now we know that this guy is gonna be basically reborn. And if anyone knows of a character called Metallo is feeded, and he's basically, to keep him alive, he needs kryptonite. So his basic source is to stay alive, a bit like Tony Stark's got the arc reactor. He needs kryptonite to keep him alive. So if you've seen any of the comics or any of the animation, you know that that's his fuel. He needs that to survive, and if he doesn't have that, he's really, really weak, and he could potentially die. So we got to see Metallo at the very end, along with Canvas Labs. Now, we know that Canvas Labs...
My name's Benji, and this is going to be my closing review on Supergirl, even though I'm wearing a Batman top. How cute am I?
Boom. Yes, guys, you can see there's a little bit of a difference, as in I'm wearing different clothes, and we have my little Bat Boy with us today. Well, we're just going to basically finish off where we left off yesterday, because obviously my camera died, so yeah, that wasn't a great start. So basically, I was talking about Canvas Labs, and Canvas Labs they are going to be a big part of Season 2 of Supergirl. Because they're going to be creating some very interesting people, ain't they, son? Like Metallo. Yes. Who we will see next week in Supergirl. Actually, this week in Supergirl. We get to see Metallo. And he's one of the creations of Canvas. So, that's called Project Canvas. But, yeah, we just call him Canvas. And And as I stated, that Lex Luthor does have a part to play in Canvas Labs, but at this particular moment, I'm not quite sure how it's going to be worked out, how his part in Canvas Labs are. Obviously, we've got his sister who's out, who's trying to like take over LexCorp. And yeah, Superman and Supergirl were going to be there to save the day, because Canvas Labs need to be taken down. But as I said, guys, Superman's not actually going to be a main character on Supergirl. He's going to be, I suppose, what you call a season regular, where he's going to turn up from time to time, fly in from Smallville, fly in from Metropolis. And I suppose Kara can do exactly the same. She can fly to Smallville and she can now fly to Metropolis, which is good. It kind of broadens her horizons. We've got some interesting stuff coming up in Supergirl. We've got, if anybody knows who the Guardian is, then yeah, we've got one of the characters in Supergirl who is going to be turning into the Guardian. I'm not going to spoil it. If you think you know, guys, stick it in the comment section down below. Be interesting to see who people think the Guardian's going to be. So yeah, stick that in that comment section down below, and that'd be great. Isn't it, babe? Do you know who Guardian is? Yeah, you know who Guardian is, don't you? Yeah, because Daddy told you. Daddy told him who the Guardian is. But, as always, guys, I am your host, Drew, a.k.a. the Green Arrow, with the little bat boy here, Benji. Because Benji wanted to get in on the action today. Didn't you, son? Yeah. You weren't getting on the action today, didn't you? Ooh, got little hiccups. Guys, if you think that I missed anything, you want to know a little bit more about Supergirl Season 2, just get in the comment section down below. That'd be great. That'd be great. That'd be great, wouldn't it? That'd be great. Yeah. Then we can answer the comments. Yeah. We can answer them, can't we? If you want a little bit to do a little bit more with us as well, stick it in the comment section and smash that like button. Little Benji can get involved a little bit more. Yeah? Would you like that? You would like that, wouldn't you? You would like that. But if you're new to the channel, guys, hit that subscribe button to keep you informed with all things DC. Yeah? Is that right? All things DC? Yeah? Yeah. All three good things DC, guys. But as always, guys, I'm your host, Drew, a.k.a. the Green Arrow, with the little bat boy. Say bye. Bye. Straight shooting, people. That wasn't me headbutting the camera, by the way. Peace out.